Thank you for coming back to see what's on Mo's mind. I'm Matt, and I just wanted to show you something else I've made here for the classified G.I. Joe series figures. Now, these will fit most 1/12 scale figures, so if you want to do something with Marvel Legends figures or like Star Wars Black figures, it'll still work with them, most of them, but what I tested on them, what I originally designed them for, are the G.I. Joe figures. So just kind of remember that when asking or ordering. You can always ask, and I can try to see if I can get dimensions of a figure to see if it would fit for you. But this is my Brawler. It is based off of the Striker, but it's bigger. It's significantly bigger. The Striker is a two-seater, kind of fast action vehicle, real low to the ground. I wanted to make kind of its big brother, right? So something bigger, beefier, go anywhere, do anything kind of design there. So that's what we have here. So these do sit kind of taller. The vehicle itself has an active suspension in it. It's got these actual RC springs in it. So you can do some like posing where it's, posed up on something if you wanted to do that. I guess if you were really inclined, you could try to figure out how to turn it into an RC, but it wasn't designed to do that. And this one over here on the right is kind of the first one I printed, so the mine one, right? The one that belongs to me. This one over here is more representative of what you would get if you purchased it from me. So as it comes, get this up here, get this in frame, there we go. The hood, again, everything's harder on camera. Hood comes up, you can check out the engine in there, you can pose shots that way. Snaps back in. Like I said, the suspension works. The back suspension does the same thing. You'll get two rifles on it. So there's one on the side here. Right. These I print, and I try to make them as realistic as possible, but there are some limitations with printing on an FDM printer. I really like the gridiron stuff, so I port these. The hole right here, you could pop these out. It does take gridiron accessories. They're not affiliated with me. They have no idea who I am. I just really like their stuff. So again, there's one here on the back, same thing. And I got this little control panel with kind of the intent that that's controlling this laser guided missile up here on the top. All right, little ammo box inside of there that the belts feed into. These belts come with it too. Those are just printed out of TPU. Again, they're best I can print out. I think they look pretty good, but the ones you could get from Gridiron are better, and they're size the same. They'll fit. Here in the back, right in there, that is a place that can hold a rifle for the users in the back there to store their weapon. In the front, in fact, let me do this. I'm gonna take the top off of this thing. So I ship these with the top not glued in, but it will be in place. So when you get this, be careful how you lift it up out of the box. Don't try to just grab it by the top here. It'll be all wrapped up in bubble wrap, should keep you from doing that anyways, but just be mindful of how you lift this off. You want to come straight up so you don't break off any of those little tabs that get in there. You obviously could glue this together if you wanted to, but I like leaving this off because it's easier to pose the figures and get your accessories and stuff set up on the inside, and I'll show you on that other one here in just a minute. So on this, and this does come off, so I'm going to take that off there. Because what you can do, I do send a cap as well. I don't have the gray one out here, but I do sit over here. You can do this little cap that I send if you want to delete that top part. If you like the sleeker design better, it goes on there like that. And I'll show it all put together again here in a minute. And then on the bottom side of this top part is screwed in with 4 screw inserts on there. I think this is an M3 screw, I think. But you can pull this off, and you can just run this with like a roll cage, like a kind of Jeep style, if you'd rather do that. You can also just leave it convertible if you're into that. When designing this, I kept it kind of modular, just depending on how well this does. I might make different tops or different roll cage accessories or things that can connect to it. And I wanted to have that modularity still there. So you take it off, lift it straight up, put it back on, same deal. Be very mindful because these are a separate piece glued into this, and I've orientated it so that the direction on these pegs makes this as strong as it can be, but this is still probably the weakest link in the whole design. I try to make things as beefy as possible with as many redundancies for connection as possible, but in the end, just do be mindful of these. This is probably just the part you really need to be careful. Once it's on, it's pretty dang sturdy. It's fine. So let's get this back on. Ooh, bumping the camera like a professional. Sorry about that. So just line up those holes. Watch on the other side, and it should just fall in. You should never have to force it down. All right, so that's back on there. If you look on the back of this, there's also a receiver hole right there. So you also get this hitch that you can plug into it if you need to. Height-wise, this sits maybe a millimeter or two higher than like the Vamp and Stinger. So any trailer that's designed to fit on that should work just fine on this. In fact, the peg size on this I made the same size. In fact, it might be even a little bit smaller if you needed to fit stuff on it. All right, but that would just pop in there, and you can reach under and pop it out if you want. So what else can we do with it? Let me show you on mine. Move these out of the way here. You'll get these accessories with it. So you get one fins out, right? It's got a little peg on the back of it, and you get one fins in. I'm throwing this one in there. This is just more for if you want to do kind of like photo shoots with it of somebody loading it up, rearming it. You have like the missile in hand. It'll come. Also, I dropped the other one on the floor, but this little piece in here, that's just a little nubbin that sticks in there, and I'll show you how you get that out. The back here, we just give it a little bit of a twist and pull it. All right, I don't know if you can see that, but it's pretty self-explanatory when you get it. There's this notch, and there's a little tooth in there. It slides on, twists on. And I give you this guy here, this little tool. This is the same size as like most standard clothes hangers. So if you had an old clothes hanger, if you lost this, you could just cut it. But you just put this through there, and it gives you a little bit of leverage. Pop that guy out. Okay, set that aside. And then that would allow you to put in the blast ports for this thing right here, which I just realized I didn't have the missile sitting on it. But that just plugs right into there, right? And so then you got your action shot with the missile sitting out of it. It would just stick down in that hole, and the whole connection goes back together. But when you want it sitting there not firing, I mean, you can just leave it a bare hole if you like, or put this guy down in there, right? Get this one back on, like so, and then I have that all in there, but you would just, I don't want to do it while I'm behind the camera here. It's tight fit so you don't lose things, but that'll come back off, and then just plugs back in there. We'll get that in a second. Set those aside on this nice quiet table. Okay, let's look at this guy for a second, because he's got some of the upgrades I like to do on it. Again, because this one's mine. So let me just take this off and make it easier. We can put this on him too. Just goes right on there. Set it however you like. So on this guy here, so again, it seats 4. You can let me see if I can get it where you can see. All right, so I've got a driver in there. I put these mount holes here on the roll cage, so you can just plug a bag right into it. Let me get this down so you can see. These fit most of the packs. There's a couple that have been kind of oversized. I think like Grunt's backpack was oversized on this. So I've got it set up to fit most. Oops, shovel came off. When you go to put these in, don't twist them back and forth like that, because you might mess up your peg, but it should just push straight into there like that, and it's mounted, right? Let me take this guy off and I'll show you. So again, lifting straight up. Okay, so I've got a pack on one side here. I got a pack on the inside there. And I got a pack on the side here. And then I also will take like little pieces of shot cord. Like I think this is like maybe 2 millimeter, maybe 1 millimeter shot cord. Just tie a loop on each side and feed it in through the back. And I can put the stock through one hole and the barrel through the other, and it just kind of acts as like a cool little rifle rack mount. Easy to do there. Set that aside for now. So now we can kind of see everybody on the inside here and what they're doing. Again, being able to take the top off makes it a lot easier to mount. Now, I've updated mine here with some of the gridiron stuff. Again, they don't know who I am. I just really like their stuff, so it's made to fit. So we got replace the rifle on the back here with the Gatling gun or minigun, whatever you want to call it. And still got this guy. I printed out a little screen to put on there, but the glue kind of did something weird. So I'd recommend painting that if you wanted a screen color there. And, oops, dropping stuff. Again, that's the rifle holder kind of in action there. See if I can get that any better for you to see. Well, we've got that, it can sit in there, right? So it holds your weapons. There's one up front there too. Let's take that out of the way. There's one up here too, near the driver's area. I see. I'll do this so you can see. There you go. Those hold pistols. You want to put pistols in there. It holds most of them. So you can fit 2 in the front, 2 in the back. Trying to think if there's anything else I'm missing on this. Again, this is one of the gridiron ammo belts. Fits the same holes. It'll come with some that make do, but I do like theirs better. So if you want to upgrade it, upgrade it. Oh, and then most 1/10 scale RC accessories look good on this. So I just got like a chain off of Amazon there. I think it was like $9 wrapped around the front. I think it looks cool. All right, so you can go tooling around in convertible mode if you wanted to, but otherwise it just slides back on. And that's kind of my Brawler there. Again, these, you can do custom colors in these. There's a listing on my site. Again, just reach out though first before you place that order, so I can just kind of let you know if I have the colors, if I need to find the colors, and we work on that. Any part that is any color, obviously I can switch it out. I know somebody wanted brown seats in this, and I can easily do that. Just got to let me know on it. And yeah, that's the Brawler. So if you're interested, the link will be in the description for my Etsy shop. Just go take a look there. And I will show you some other stuff here soon. All right, thanks for stopping by.